As more random, more dice in a cool the card. Druid's really good. Let's keep it for now. You're liking the green card? Questing Druid? Questing Druid is incredibly good. I don't know. To even like doubt that Questing Druid is very good, it just feels kind of silly. The card is just like very impactful 3-for-1. Like you know, it's kind of like the Grixis formula of Shadow for a long time, where Expressive Iteration is your card draw, and the rest of the deck is like cheap removal. But Questing Druid is better than Expressive Iteration, I think. Bobble seems to go Stalker. Yeah, for sure. I understand that dynamic. Okay, we're up against a Kihira, so I actually think I'm gonna Ragavan turn 1 since blue-white has like just Prismatic Ending to deal with Ragavan, and maybe it's in their opening hand, but if it is, not that big a deal. Magus with the 5-pack, thank you, welcome back. But initially, a strong claim. I know it's a strong claim. I actually like feel somewhat confident that, like colors aside, or like if I could play this in Grixis Shadow, like if it was just like, if it didn't cost me any color restrictions, I would play this over Expressive Iteration. Like this is a 3-for-1, and Iteration is a 2-for-1. I don't know. 3-for-1's a whole fucking lot. Thoughtseize dash not better. I really do not like to dash Ragavan against Kihira decks. You just like get really behind on mana. You play into Counterspell. You play into Binding. I don't know. I guess Binding still gets you. Yeah, I was just happy enough with the Solitude here. Like, whether they just have 2 removal spells for Ragavan too. I don't know. Feels like I should probably Seek the Beast, since there's not really anything I care that much about Thoughtseizing right now. Seek the Beast in their upkeep. Druid might be more powerful, maybe it has higher deck building restrictions. I would agree with that. I would agree. Like, Iteration is a very good modern card, and there are times to play it over Questing Druid, color considerations, deck building considerations, mana curve, for sure. But Questing Druid is incredibly good in these like really, really low mana curve decks, although not as good with Street Wraith. But now it's a meager 2-for-1. You're on instant works, yeah, but then it could get counterspelled, right? Toad with the 14 months. Thank you, welcome back. And Cyclone response. Is there a pull? Yeah, we could pull. I don't know. I played a lot of this card in the green-red Storm deck, especially. Like, this card is just 10 out of 10. But also, like, it just, you have, you know, a Darkomancer in that deck, so sometimes it's like, it's half the mana. Iteration, Ban, and Legacy. Yeah, it's true. But also, like, I feel like color concerns are a big deal there, too, of course. So we're hoping that they Binding the Bowmaster, maybe. Yeah, it's probably not that big a deal. I'm still just going to go Druid, Thoughtseize, take the Verdict. It was like, I don't know, like blue-red just such a crazy color combo in Legacy, you know? I think actually I'll take the other Binding probably. Yeah. They're gonna Pending my Druid. Hand is Force Verdict Mystery card. Seems easy enough to play around. Let's sandbag this Thoughtseize. Yeah, also being like with Mystic Sanctuary, Iteration Mystic Sanctuary is really crazy. Not holding up Force. Save this for Inti, I think. Go, Orc Army, go. Does that hit him 6 more times? 7 more times? So they still have that force in that verdict. Need a threat. Oh my gosh, I didn't Thoughtseize the force. Maybe I'm okay with that though. No, I should have Thoughtseize first. They pitched the verdict. I got Thoughtseize now. Don't love that. Yeah, I have to bolt the subtlety. Did they hit me for 3 the first time? Then I'm just gonna lose to them just flashing in the other one. It's gonna be tough to out top deck them here. See if I draw Scourge, I go Stalker, Scourge, and then gets to get raised. Yeah. Control another bolt, control a fatal push. Okay. Yeah, just gonna go play. Oh, whoops. I meant to play the Verdant Catacombs. I don't know if I still can. They were like kind of weirdly ahead. If they play the subtlety, which they have to be feeling real thirsty with me being at 5. They also have Kihira. Kihira maybe puts us closer to even. They get the first top deck. They also like top deck like a lot better than us on average. Kihira in hand though. They didn't play the Kihira. Not yet, at least. We're supposed to take a subtlety instead of the counterspell. Well, they couldn't hard cast the subtleties, right? They only had 3 lands, so I feel like it made sense to like take the castable counterspell. Then like I can top deck a threat if they continue to draw expensive spells, especially because they had 2 subtleties. But this didn't end up working out super poorly either, to be honest. So they top deck the binding. If they Kihira, do I need to sack the Stalker? Don't think so. Not yet, at least. They did draw land, which is good news. I probably would not have played this if I were them. Pretty punished for not sacking earlier. Could also maybe have... No, I need to be like hitting them with the Ragavan and trying to find action to cast. Cool game. Would be very exciting to out top deck them. Punts are pretty bad by playing into that one force. Open on just scry cards to the bottom for them. Oh, now we can also hard kick a Scourge if we draw it. Hopefully no subtlety number 3. Yeah, counterspell? You're countering this, right? If Solitude, you're solituding this. Okay. So, my turn to have drawn a land. Hold this land for Inti. Your turn to top deck. What could they be thinking about here? I don't know. I'm going to pass the turn, though. Maybe just feigning that they drew something. I was your camera at the moment. The card's not good. Would be a good time to kick a Scourge. Cast Street Wraith. It's unblockable. I'm gonna cast it, I think. Like Elvish Reclaimer, there's just many one mana creatures better than Elvish Reclaimer. Halfling, Ragavan, DRC, Esper Sentinel, Stalker even is better. Nom. I will concede. Cool game. Usually gonna get out top deck like that. Don't really have anything for blue-white control. I even maybe just want to keep in the pushes because they kill Omnath. Or like Terminate kills Solitude and Omnath. And like you don't need Revolt. And kill Subtlety. I think the Subtleties are probably do this. Usually pitch Solitude in this matchup, right? I think T-Bar is pretty bad in this matchup. Or just saying in Pog. Yeah, Pog indeed. Good sideboard card, I think. Probably, unfavorable matchup, right? I think it'd be worth it Jund to get Saga more consistently. I mean, I've played Elvish Reclaimer Jund Saga. I'm sure a lot of y'all have played that deck. It's just not a good deck. It's not a good plan. It's very slow, very easy to disrupt. Less like just your card. Like when you put Elvish Reclaimer in your deck is slower and less powerful than like many other cards you could just play in that slot. Also, like basically no modern opponent just gets soloed by Saga tokens. It's pretty rare these days for you to just be like, I'm gonna just keep playing Urza Saga and making tokens, and I'm just gonna solo you with them. It just is like, just don't happen like it used to. Yeah, Reclaimer was only good when fielded. That was legal. Inti would be a good draw. Ginger is good. Let's cycle right now, I think. So now I can go double threat. I may not listen to my advice that I go, never put yourself in a spot where you get 2 for 1 to buy. But listen, it's 2 for 2. Listening to your own advice is... So it's good in Timeless. It might be good in Timeless, yeah. Like, I did think that card was playable with Fielded Dead as Eagle. But Fielded Dead is a messed up card. It's like Urza Saga is already so mana intensive. When you are now they don't get to blow me out with Solitude. This is until your next end step. You may play those cards. So let's go ahead and I think Seek the Beast in my end step to play around Counterspell. No, let's not do that because if they play Teferi, I would much rather have Bowmastered. And then if they don't play Teferi, I'll Seek the Beast end of turn. I think. I have a 2-mana 8/8 in our hand too. So it seems like we can probably have a good follow-up to a Verdict. Solitude is good versus Jog and Rhinos. Yeah, I'd say so. Solitude is a good modern card. Okay, I like that draw. Threat that means I don't have to commit more into a Verdict. I think so. I think Solitude's good in Rhinos. You hard cast it a lot of time. I guess maybe I'm just used to playing Solitude Ephemerate decks actually. Like maybe I have this impression of Solitude being good against Rhinos just because like almost every Solitude deck I play is also an Ephemerate deck. But that combo is good against Rhinos. Alright, so we get to present lethal here. Alright, game 3. Yeah, against Solitude, what you want to mostly do with this deck is just exile them with Ragavan so your opponents don't draw them. Also, where's... Oh, I put a filter on here on accident. Like, I wouldn't board it out, though, as blue-white. Is there a Gigantha-friendly sweeper for Yogg, Scales, Rhinos, etc.? It's a big range. Maybe. And maybe we keep this. I like having Ragavan Thoughtseize a lot in this matchup. I think I'm going to keep this high upside hand on the draw. Listen, all my opponents keep one-landers against me. I'm going to keep a one-lander. New Espergor is like an old Archon deck. I think so. I mean, I will say being able to persist your griefs and solitudes is nice. You do miss that a good amount, but I think Atrax is a lot better. Yeah, I believe we will draw land. We can even like miss one land drop. Honestly, Teferi is really bad for me. I think I'll use a Thoughtseize this turn. Okay, so I push for Ami Nami Nam. Can't beat the ring, so I'll take the ring. Need to draw a land. Gonna need to draw a land. Bit about when Soulguide Lantern is a good separate option versus other graveyard pieces. So I mean, I mostly like my Soulguide Lanterns are mostly anti-living in sideboard card, and living in will occasionally have Leyline of Sanctity against you, which is very good against you, and Soulguide Lantern bypasses it. And so like when that sideboard slot is mostly just anti-living in, that's tends to be when I want it there. I believe. Damn it. I did not believe hard enough. Yeah, saying it's cutting Wraiths is tough. I don't know. People also like I really very strongly recommend not trying to play like medium modern decks like this in Timeless. Like Timeless is in my opinion like even like very clearly a more powerful format than Modern. And like you should just be trying to play Timeless decks, not mid modern decks. I should roll again, I guess. Yeah, Timeless is a Dark Ritual, Swords to Plowshares, Brainstorm, Deathrite Shaman, Mystic Sanctuary, Uro Oko, Once Upon a Time, Field to the Dead format. Play some of those cards. Luris is the format too. Play some of those cards. Alright, fetch land. In this deck, but I'm just saying, like, again, these are like the list. Oh, we just got punished. What are the odds we get punished again? So low. Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen him in Cast of Shadow. Death Shadow deck and Timeless, Luris, Death Ray. Yeah, I see a lot of people playing like Domain Zoo also. I mean, Domain Zoo is very good against combo decks, so I think it makes a little more sense to be playing that, but I don't know. What do I know? I'm gonna keep it one-landers again. Don't listen to me. Yeah, more lightning bolts than lands. Channeler Bobble would definitely smooth out land draws here. They wouldn't, because none of these cards in my hand would be a Channeler or a Bobble. But like, I mean in general. But I agree. I mean, I think you could play Channeler Bobble, but it's it's a 8 cards. It's a lot of cards. Yeah, what is Bind to Secrecy? I haven't heard that card. Oh, sorry. Oh no, fuck. I did the the deck command instead of the card command. Okay. Counter target non-creature spell, or conjure a duplicate of target creature in opponent's graveyard or into your hand. Is that card good? She got a lot of text on it. Better than Counter Squall, probably. Wait, I hit my opponent with a Ragavan? What format is this? Ah, this format. Kind of a Castrellis agent. Let's do it. Scourge had also been pretty good, but I feel okay about this, I think. Oh, I guess one problem though is if we hit Death, hitting Death Shadow was pretty bad. Did we ping ourselves? No, I want to ping my opponent for the Scourges. I think so, yeah. There's subtlety. I want them to subtlety this instead, I think. Gonna be a weird combat step. Look how big our board is. Could maybe have been good to hold up bolts also and like bolt them to grow the Scourge in combat. But I want to get the Shadow deployed also. Shadow gets to like block in interesting ways also. Like here I can go block here, block here, block here, take 4, and then my Shadow lives. Bad if they like 2 damage burn spell my Scourge, but if that's all of their turn, I'm kind of okay too. Bathroom between 2 months, thank you, welcome back. You lose my agent now. Yeah, Death Shadow like grows something about layers. Not layers, actually. Something happens. They have to block both of these? Yeah, they have to block both of these if both bolts resolve. I guess I should just bolted them first, maybe? I know it doesn't have anything to do with layers. I just... just joking around. Alright. What, you got... But 4 rhinos in play and that wasn't good enough? No, I was just teasing them. Okay. I bring in these. It might even just be like... Maybe not all. Inti's also, I think, pretty bad in this matchup. Play 1. Oh, the bow. I need to get the Bowmasters out. Okay, never mind. These are back in. Bolt's pretty nice against them for like Shadow Scourge stuff. It's a combat trick. Pay 1 TBR. Out of attack, all debate blocker and Ragavan. Probably would have been fine, yeah. I'm just kind of scared of force of negation, so I kind of leave creatures. Yeah, Scourge has been pretty good. A lot of red removal in the format at the moment. Bowmasters isn't bad versus Rhinos more with 4 Flame of Anor. Maybe that's true. I mean, there's still a Fire Ice stack, and I don't know how often they're just end of turn drawing 2, but those turns it'll be good. If you brought 1 deck in paper to play at FNM, where everyone plays Yogg, what would I bring? Where everyone plays Yogg. Well, if everyone played Yogg, I would brew a deck with 4 main deck Curse Totem, 4 Solitude, 4 Ephemerate. You know, I guess there's blue-white control with every card that's good against Yogg. Tend to like hold the Chalice in these spots. Maybe I'll take a peek at their hand and then see if there's something that changes my mind. Or hold the explosives in these spots, play the Chalice. Then when they kill the Chalice, then you can explosives on 0. Maybe if I see Force of Negation, we could like bait 1. Yeah, Force of Vigor is like the reason to do this too. Well, I could take the Force of Vigor, but then they have the Flame of Anor. Probably taking Flame. Then playing the Chalice, and then hope that they force the Chalice. Most people play Yogg, some people play Tron John. I feel like a Tron deck. Yeah, Tron is good against Yogg, I think. The Jeskai control deck I was playing the other day, I think, is like very, very suited game 1 against them too. Remember the old... Whatever happened to the Spike, everyone at my LGS plays blue-white control, what do I play? Whatever happened to those gamers? Did they figure it out? Did they figure out what to play? Is D&T good against Yogg? What the fuck is D&T? What is that? I don't know. The answer is probably no. Like, Yogg is really good against creature decks. But I don't know. Anointed Peacekeeper is pretty good against Yogg. Brotherhood End. Okay. Deal. I'll discard the monkey. Death and Taxes. I see. Never mind. We're going to keep the monkey. Kind of surprised actually that they killed the that they killed the Chalice with the Brotherhood in. I feel like I could have just gone kill Inti, then force the Chalice, then Agent. I don't know, maybe it's okay. 2 mana 6/6. Like the deck lists for Death and Taxes are so all over the place. Is mostly what I mean when I say what is Death and Taxes. I mean, like any given player's Death and Taxes list can be 20 cards different from another player's. So I just I can't evaluate a matchup when it's like that drastic, you know. Blue-white control second time this league. Maybe we'll fare a bit better this time. I'd like to Thoughtseize. I think I should just, 2-for-1 Inti here. Should be pretty safe to do this. Don't need to worry about Bowmaster because of Kihira. Inti. Discard Bolt. Oh. Never mind. 3-for-1 on this Inti, though. Solitude. Lorn Revealed. Fire, Ice, Subtlety. I'm going to take the Lorn Revealed, I guess. Can play around the other two. I think there's some stockless emerging. The two main trends are either straight up mono white or black white Bowmasters. Yeah. I don't know. But again, I need a clear picture. But thank you for the answer. Your Inti is so good. Okay, so I think I go again. My instep, Seek the Beast. Dash this boy though. How's Scales? Scales is winning a lot because it's a very powerful deck, but I do think it's horribly positioned. Or like poorly positioned at least. It's like Scales is I think bad against Yogg and bad against Titan and unfavored against Rhinos. It's okay against Rhinos, but like they tend to play like a million Force of Vigors and stuff post board, and like it's not a matchup I'm very comfortable in, but it's not that bad. It's okay. It's good against Rakdos and good against Murktide, so it's okay. It's just a weird spot for the deck, I guess. Don't think I'm gonna discard anything, but maybe they'll like Solitude or Subtlety my Inti. Traverse less minor scales. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been like double Force of Vigor so many times that that I don't feel super comfy in the matchup. Because for me, it just feels like I just get double Force of Vigor in so many sideboard games. You think Blue Red should play Questing Druid too? I mean, if Questing Druid didn't require your mana to be like significantly worse, I'd be like super down. I know sometimes like it's been a popular splash. Mingyu really popularized that. It is certainly something I'd be open to as a blue-red player. Card is getting incredibly good. If Ragavan didn't die, you could have discarded the other one because it returned to your hand, even though you cast it from exile. I mean, next turn, yeah. Yeah, I was pretty high on Questing Druid too during spoiler season. It's like the fact that they stapled to like this right here, Seek the Beast, is a card that people play, or like they play Reckless Impulse. This card is a little worse than Reckless Impulse, but has some pros over it being instant speed. But then they just stapled it. They just stapled a Quarian Ranger to Quest to Reckless Impulse, and I was like, what the fuck? Really? Because we didn't see Omnath this game, so I don't think I want to have these pushes in. Although we really don't have a lot, I guess. I'm going to try the TBR, not knowing that they're on Omnath, I guess. But maybe that's just stock at the moment. Because you were saying the same thing about Fable. Dude, Fable is one that I really, really overlooked. I think it's just so hard. It's just so hard to understand how good Fable is without playing with it. Fable's so good. Like the fact that you have to answer the token, or you get so behind on board, followed by card selection, followed by another thing you have to answer, you're gonna lose, is so crazy. Although also Fable in Modern is good, but it's also Fable was way more crazy in Standard and Pioneer too. But 8 copies of 50 cents, wow. I remember I got a set of foils and non-foils pretty cheap. But I think I got them not for good reasons. I wanted to put it in my Magna EDH deck or something, but why did I buy a playset? I can't remember. Something like that. Maybe I was playing Pioneer Creativity or something. Need them for a tournament. Connect you, Mulligan to 6. How long was Fable out before people caught how good it was? It was a little while, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And then, it was I feel like it was 3 weeks before people started to pick up on it, and then for me it took a long time to understand exactly how good it was. And again, I was also basically exclusively Modern at the time, and Fable was certainly a lot more ridiculous in Standard and Pioneer. And then also at the time, Seasoned Pyromancer was maybe better than Fable in most decks. Scam would always want to play Seasoned Pyromancer over Fable because of your Undying effects until they printed Bowmaster. And then when Bowmaster got printed, Fable became the stock one. And I was saying that I remember I had this argument on stream where I was Fable the Mirror Breaker is better than Seasoned Pyromancer now in Scam, but people were still playing Seasoned Pyromancer for a while. And I remember I had there's one person who said, if that's the case, why are they still playing? And I'm I don't know, they're wrong. And then 2 weeks later they all started switching. I remember that that exchange. I don't know why so clearly all the time. One of the few times I was right. Gotta hold on. Spyro deserve better. Yeah. Still played in Goblin Bombardment decks. When people started thinking I was just the worst Spyro, trying to be a better one. Yeah, I mean, it was better than Spyro, obviously, in creativity, right? That was something that I also kind of overlooked. It's just how good that was in creativity. But I do think in most other decks, it was worse than Spyro until they printed Bowmaster, but it was close also. It's very close. And there were some exceptions, too. I think I'm just going to draw a card. I'm chilling. I'm not committing into Verdict. I'll just take my free card. No discard synergy here for Inti besides Stalker. Street Wraith. Street Wraith is good. And so we've been talking about this a while. The fact that Inti, Death Shadow, Street Wraith have a lot of overlapping synergy. Inti gives trample to Street Wraith. Both cards are very good with Street Wraith. I was really looking for one more synergistic piece, and I didn't really feel like there was one. Yeah, I think I'm okay if they counterspell my Bowmaster here because I get to overwhelm their mana so much. I don't want to just run into a Solitude. I think I'll play the Ragavan out, though. Although that's worse against Verdict by a lot. Alright, let's do nothing. Down on Asmo versions. We played the Asmo version yesterday. It was very good, I think. I played an updated build that was moved away from the aggro elements. So no DRC, no Ragavan, and started playing Ring and Fable. Speaking of Fable. And it was performing well yesterday. Wait, did they miss their land drop? Interesting. Alright, hopefully we find the beast one day, huh? Find another Bowmaster. And a swamp. So I have 5 mana, which seems like a good turn to dash Bowmaster Bolt. Is the Cycling Ogre playable? Troll of Khazad-dûm? I don't think so. I don't think you want like tap lands in the deck. And it's also like a bad hit off NT too. Bitter Union is too slow. I think so. It's just like these like 2 mana cards. Like, oh boy, I get to like draw 1 more card off my NT when I cast. If I have NT in play when I cast this, but I can't cast them because I cast a 2 mana spell. Just kind of meh. Gain 11 is kind of a lot. Is Scam generally better than Murktide still? I mean, yeah, but also just mostly Murktide's kind of like whatever, you know. Now we have the luxury of picking ourselves for Shadow to get better. Binding the Ragavan. So they probably have another answer to Bowmasters. So you get hit for 2 down to 7. Then they get pinged down to 5. Ping self. This can't be correct. Well, I have to ping myself because they veiled. I can't ping them. Where would you like to ping? Yeah. Wait, can I target myself? Each player loses half their life. Let's go. Okay, force that. Pitch Lord revealed. Wasn't expecting Force of Vigor to be in their deck post board. I guess that also happened last time we played this matchup. So, what do I know? They have 2 cards in their hand. Ping the Orc. I have Death Shadow in my hand. Let's ping ourselves. Easy ping ourselves there. You can ping Orc. I shouldn't. Now I'm pinging them. Pick ourselves for 3. Just run up or down. Round it up. Yeah, this is 7 mana to kick. We only have 6. Alright, they're gonna tap the ring and then die probably. I'm still gonna cast. I mean, I guess they don't want to tap the ring because they're at 2. Never mind. I've tapped plenty of rings at 2 though. But they need like even Solitude. They need something else. Okay. Maybe Murktide Matt. Is Murktide still the most popular and stuff? How come it's not good? I just think it's very mediocre when I say Matt, which is, you know, I feel like Matt is descriptive of mediocre. Another 1-line keep here. Like, I think it has a pretty poor Rakdos matchup because of Bowmasters. Kind of same thing for Yogg. I think it's not great versus Rhinos. Let's actually just play Stalker turn 1. Maybe Street Wraith is like our way to enable the send for Stalker turn 2. Hammer Time is not that popular, which is nice for Murktide. I think it's very bad against Scales also. I think Murktide is like such a buy for Scales. Like it has a good living end matchup. It has a good Titan matchup. But like of the top decks, it's just not that impressive. But you're right that it's popular. But popular does not equal good. Oh, now I can't shadow. Dish out decks for Risk Burn. We beat it last league. It was very funny. Game 1 though, I went Fetch, Shock, Stomp, Blood Crypt, cycle 3 Street Wraiths in a row, and then my opponent was playing Burn. So if they have Violent Outburst here, which of course is likely, they'll double block a Stalker. But then my Scourge will be a 5/5. Yeah, I'll attack here, I think. Is Blood Moon not good? Looks like I would side it out versus top 3 decks right now. Yeah, I don't think it's great. It's okay.
There's I so I won't say it. I'm not even gonna say what I'm thinking. But I tend to think Murktide is very medium deck, very meh. Not one I'm very excited about. Not one I think is a great choice for tournament. I think poor matchup, favorable, poor, favorable. I'm not sure. Close probably. Favorable, probably unfavorable. You know what I mean? I guess I could have gone Bolt both. I don't think I want to though. Get my Scourge down. What do you do if you want to play a fair game? You can play Omnath, you can play Rakdos, you can play Murktide. You can do okay with Murktide. You can play a deck like this. You can play like the Tidebinder, Flame of Fedor control decks. I think those decks are pretty good. A little underrated. Right, like is Rhinos a fair deck? I would usually classify Rhinos as like a mid range deck. You can play Bird, you can play Prowess, you can play Coffers. Okay, love that they can attack. I think I'm chilling this turn. It's really bad if they have another Violent Outburst and I attack. Plus I get the Stalker up to 4/4. Where scales feel on the fair deck? I would call it like, you know, like basically fair is, people don't even know what that means anymore, but fair is like to me non combo, non synergy decks. Control aggro control aggro mid range, and then those are fair decks, and then combo decks, synergy decks like Living End, like Hammer, like Scales, like Yawgmoth, like Titan, like Tron. These are the unfair decks because they try to like break the bounds, if that makes sense, of what's like allowed in attack with Scourge and bolt them if they double. Man. Here I think I'm attacking with the team. They didn't Violent Outburst last turn. To me, fair means any deck that tries to break. Oh, unfair, right? Means any deck that tries to break the 1 mana per turn, including cheating high cost cards. And yeah, I think that's it. Like trying to like scale, like Hammer tries to put like 12 power for 1 mana or 10 power for 1 mana. That's, you know, outside of the range of what is fair for a format. I've already used 1 Force of Negation, so I don't feel too uncomfortable with this plan. They also may like be pretty scared here. So fair is 1 mana, 1 power per turn. Not exactly, but scale, like decks that just try to break, like normally what you like a Tarmogoyf is about as big a creature as you can get for 2 mana, but you can cast an Arcbound Ravager that can be a 2 mana like 20/20. You know what I mean? And so you could, I don't know, you argue Murktide's unfair. I don't know. But like mostly synergy decks versus non-synergy decks is how I feel like fair versus unfair is. And you know, all that really matters is you have your own definition. You know what I mean? As long as you feel like you have a definition that makes sense. Yeah, ever double bolt yourself. Was it worth Bowmaster before Ice resolved to ping yourself twice to make 2/5/5s? I mean, double bolt makes my shadows bigger, right? And like they also like my play is like telegraphed, so I think I just want to double bolt. Scourge is bigger charm for 2 mana. Yeah. I mean, this deck you could consider to be kind of unfair, kind of break those conventions. But the definitions get really murky too, because like a lot of people will consider Rhinos to be unfair because you're like cascading into an easier mana spell. And just try to figure out what your own definition is. I wouldn't sweat it too much. Okay, keep this on the draw. Dead. Is Mill fair? Well, I mean, it's pretty bad, so I guess. I don't know. What about the Inti, this build versus the Asthma build? Let me get through my second league, maybe, before I can answer that. I mean, I was 2-0 drop to watch Esther play Hades last night. was my record last night. And then now I'm here from 0-2 drop into 4-1 into 2-1. I mean, I like, one thing is like I really like the Inti Asmo deck last night, right? And this is an archetype I'm like trying to figure out. Hey, Mr. Sari. Think they're gonna block? It's like I guess I don't have that many reps with the new build of Inti Asmo, but I have a lot of reps with the more aggressive version, and I think the new build is better, but I need to like consider a few more list changes too. Flame of Honor. Let's offer the trade here. Next RC is next month. I'm not attending, despite it being the first modern. It's our birth anniversary, or Esther's birth, and then our anniversary. So play around another Tidebinder. But you know, I also want to say this too. Like, if you have that question, what's better, this deck or the other one? I encourage you to like very analytically try to decide that for yourself. You know, watch this, watch that. Subscribe, give some subs, and then really like while the sub notifications are going, really try to ponder which one you think is better. All right, let's just pass here. Yeah, good luck, Mr. Sari. Is Inti the sweetest card LCI? My favorite LCI card is Sunken Citadel still. But the two decks are also very different, right? I like this deck plays Inti, and that deck plays Inti. Inti in that deck is a way stronger card. You're an Underworld Cookbook deck. Inti is unreal good in your Cookbook decks. And this deck, it's, you know, just like another kind of good 2-mana threat. It also draws cards with Street Wraith, you know. But just very different archetypes that just both kind of happen to play a good new modern card. Just gotta make him fear the Bowmaster a little bit. What card released in the last year failed the hardest to reach expectations? It's a card we talked about for like 30 minutes yesterday. Capricious Hellraiser. Oh, the Shadow's good. I guess I actually... Well, I'm gonna play Inti. Edgar Charm Groom. We're not talking about cards that really overperformed. Wait, do I even want to attack? Yeah, I think I'm just chilling. Just like so easy for me to draw a fetch and make their blocks so bad. And there's not like that much they can have that really overwhelms me. I can also draw explosives. There's so many good pickups here. Surprised you didn't cast Secret Response Prayer on Force. They couldn't force me. That was their turn. Force could not be pitched on their turn. And they didn't have 3 mana. Try brewing Inti on Earth deck. Okay, this is one of those good top decks. I've had some lists that play both Inti and Unearth. Yeah, it's like with 1 Shadow probably. You just 1. Okay. Inti humans. Well, the thing is, like, Inti has been very good in the Cookbook deck. It's ridiculous. It draws so many cards a turn every turn. In this deck, you know, it's very good when you draw Street Wraith, and it's nice to trample sometimes. But just like Inti by itself is not that exciting of a card to me. Like, I know, like, people do it in, like, Pioneer. They'll play Inti with... they even have, like, a lot of synergy in that deck. Inti needs synergy. You can't just play it just, like, as generically good 2-drop in Modern. Or at least I'm not going to. Maybe I should have dashed this Ragavan for extra counter, and then I could have ditched it to the Inti. Oh no, the Inti is type minored. Inti Unearthed Storm Herald. Dude, Storm Herald, it's like just saying the words Storm Herald is a great way to bait me into like wasting a lot of time. I love Storm Herald so much. Whoa, they cycled this, so their hand is good. They have 8 mana worth of spells to play. Rectus Pioneer Rock plays as a good 2-drop. They played it as a good 2-drop in a deck with blood tokens, in a deck with Smuggler's Copter, and a deck with Fable of the Mirror Breaker. If you have like 12 synergistic spells, it's not as a generically good card. But also that's fucking Pioneer too, not Modern. Oh no, dude! Not losing to Nightpack Ambusher. Seek the Beast? Uh-oh. Just dead on board. Game 3. Okay, on the play for game 3. Printed everything. Well, they did take the turn to draw 3 with Lore and Revealed, but yeah. To be on the play for game 3. Yeah, I feel like I've seen a lot of lists playing Ambusher lately. I don't exactly get it, but it's okay. That card is like a lot of power for 4 mana at instant speed. That likes to play like with like 4 mana up a lot of the times. Our hand's really, really nice to be on the play with. What are they gonna do against this? They're just like way too slow. None of the removal spell because any of my creatures unironically might just concede. Like this Scourge is about to be like 11, 10, 10 at least. 11, 11. I guess 9, 9 because I can only go down to 9. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna mute my phone. Been a while since that's happened actually. Bonus in the tank. Yeah, it does look tough for them, huh? You bolt yourself? Yeah, we last time or game 1 we double bolted ourselves for lethal. I mean, are they gonna ice my Scourge? Nope. Imagine having your ringer on. Yeah, I had to turn it on because I was at IKEA yesterday. What if Esther called me? Good luck. Good luck, dude. Yeah, we did get the piano. It's in the garage. Esther is find someone to help refurbish it. Funny card. So I'm almost definitely bolting myself into turn. I don't want to get my bolt on myself Force of Negation. But I'll just have 3 lethal attackers. Oh man, it's so cool to bolt yourself. I can only produce 2 blockers, so yeah, this matchup seems pretty good. It's your second time playing against it. Our creature's just too big for them to deal with. They're pretty cheap. Okay, let's get... So, last league, we lost our first round, and we battled back to win a tight matchup, too. Bad living in matchup. I don't know. It's okay, though. I could win all these matchups, too. Go to 5.
Keep this. Yeah, Murktide usually I think a pretty good matchup because your creatures are kind of hard to remove, although up against the on a Modal 5 I feel less good. I'll go to main phase bolt. Or push. Yeah, pretty good 5-card hand for sure. I like that if they tap out we can play Inti, and if they don't we can Seek the Beast. My opponents just hate to keep hands with 2 lands in them. Although I mean they would keep channel. Never. The double channel or double bobble is easy to keep. Found it. Let's chill. Don't let them bolt this like I guess if I did on my instep I'd still get the card actually. Well, they just wouldn't play into the push. Another one of these is good. I did test the Ascendancy deck and it was horrible, unfortunately. But very fun. I had some good times, but not quite fun enough for the stream. Wait, they topped a non-land? Maybe they misclicked then. But you're right, they didn't graveyard. Or was it just one bobble that they graveyarded? Oh, they put graveyard on the bottom, and it was just one bobble. Into runner land. They mapped that this happens. It's so funny to me. I think I'm gonna get a tapped Stomping Ground here. Having no pushes left in the deck is kind of bad against this too. Okay, we'll just win games 2 and 3. Discard Spell Snare. Basically, it's like on Arena. There's no Street Wraith is like one of the most important cards. Like no would like scare me off of this deck. 6/6. Okay, we need some shadows. Even then, we're still like dead to bolts. You know, like 2 shadows. Probably concede. Is Bowmaster so good at the deck? I think so. I think Bowmaster's good. I have 4. So I guess the plan is to try to Seek the Beast into a second bolt. Right on time, Bowmasters. I guess. They snap blocked. Oh, they bobbled me. They know my last card. Damn. Okay, let's go to the next game. I think you kind of have to like take these like high upside, high risk lines too. Oh, Bowmaster! If it was in my hand, it would have been good enough because I could make them trigger connive and I could bolt and Bowmaster the Murktide down. Question Dream Humans. We've done it. I don't know that I liked it. I don't know how much I would play it again. Okay, I think just in these 3 for the NTs out. Bowmaster Bolt is 4. Well, they had the bobble trigger, so Bowmaster ETB, bobble, Bowmaster trigger, and then the Legend Shredder trigger is 3 plus 3 is 6. Yeah, I think NT's cut just what you want to cut here. Your worst threat. NT Hellraiser together? Not really, I don't know. There's something, maybe. Lot of removal. They just take an iteration. All removal hands just kind of lose to iteration, but they have 2. I know they have the Scolding, but I can try to play around it. There's a swamp in the sink pile. I know, but it's not like I had like a winning plan that game, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's try to get our opponent to cast this iteration this turn, maybe. Now respond with the Bowmaster. I think there's good Blood Crypt here too. Before they can play a land and hold up that Scolding. Why didn't we kill the Merc? Because the Bowmaster wasn't in our hand. We drew it for turn, so we couldn't get the bobble trigger. Pretty sure I said all that, whatever. Yeah, you can't Scolding the Shadow, but you can Scolding the Bowmaster, so I just wanted to get it down. So their hand is Counterspell, Stern Scolding, Unholy Heat, Fire Islet, 2 mystery cards. You could, they block the Rag, Bolt plus Bowman, after blocks is 6. Oh, damn. Okay, well, oopsie doopsie. Okay, opponent is your 1 mystery card Spell Pierce. Spell Snare. Well, I guess I didn't ask that, huh? So let's fetch a basic Swamp. Hit my opponent for 6 down to 10. And their hand is Islet, Counterspell, Stern Scolding. And I like that they're at a spot where we're dead to Lightning Bolt and only Lightning Bolts because they can't Murktide me. Cool game. Kind of interesting decision to attack. Is it right? Is that attack right? It probably was right. I like how we're able to just maneuver around everything that game. It's fun. Game 3. Scared Monkey. I'm going to keep 7. I'm going to keep the Zemo, 12 months. Happy anniversary. Hope you're doing well. No Ragavan. Yeah, let's go Stalker into Thoughtseize Shadow, probably. Oh yeah, they were just dead to the Stalker. I killed the Channeler. Right. Like that they fetch Shock, makes my Scourge a good amount better too. If they like fetched again, I would probably just jam Scourge, but let's see what's in their hand. Don't get that luxury. And we also can't play the Shadow this turn. We can go Scourge plus Shadow next turn, maybe. Uh-oh. Still cast most of our things. I think I'd like to Bowmaster this turn, actually. This way my Scourge will be a 4-4 or 6-6 if I hit my opponent. I guess 4-4 because I'm only at 16. And I like not playing into another Bolt. So then we can go Scourge plus Druid. They flip it on Holy Heat, so they'll heat the Bowmaster. Then hopefully they don't have their Spell Snare, although it's Murktide, so you know, a good Murktide player will always draw their one mana removal spell at the right time. Also, how did I lose this stop? Oh, not this one. Play around Counterspell. And another Scourge and a Stomping Ground. Questy Druid not going to be castable this game unless we find Ragavan, I guess. Channeler, 2 cards in hand. Zemo the 12th, thank you, welcome back. Happy anniversary again. I think I already said that, but happy anniversary again. Okay, Heat, target the Scourge with no Delirium. Does not find Delirium. Unholy Heat into the graveyard. Card kept on top of the library, though. Maybe it's a Murktide Regent. Oh, Murktide Regent already in hand. 2-turn clock. Yeah, with them keeping the card on top, feeling pretty dead. Although that's like one of the few cards that they could keep on top. We could theoretically beat, but they obviously get a lot of good selection here. Probably have some series of draws where we win, but it'll be tough. I find Ledger Shredder. I did not board in Temur Battle Rage. I have 2 Terminates in my deck, I guess. Here's Stalker Ben. I like Stalker. I think it's... You have to beat its conditions, but I like it a good amount here. Like, I would maybe rather play Channeler, but Channeler plus Bobble is 8 cards. We did not kick any Scourges today, but I've kicked it in the past.